Hello everyone, welcome back. I am glad to be back doing another review. It's been a little bit, but I mean it's been pretty busy. Like it's getting near the end of the quarter for like school, so it's getting really tough like with exams and all and work and all, but enough of that. I'm gonna be talking about The Disaster Artist. I did not expect them to make a film like this, so when they released that teaser, I thought it was a gag at first, like a joke. But when seeing the teaser, I was so thrilled because I am a big fan of The Room. I know it's like not perfect or anything, but it's such a fun movie to watch. Like it really is. Get a group of friends together, watch it. I've seen a good amount of reviews talking about it. Real excited. So when I heard that James Franco and like his group of people would be doing the making, like how this film was made, I became immediately interested, and it looked great. And then it got really positive buzz and all. And going in, my expectations were getting pretty high and high and high as I was going in. And upon seeing the film, I can certainly say that this film, The Disaster Artist, is now my favorite film of the year. It's amazing. So like I said, let's go into the film a bit more, and I'll explain why. As of now, it's my favorite film of 2017. So it centers around Greg, who's like marking the film The Room, and this movie's actually based off his book that he wrote, documenting what happened on the set of the film and all. It's same title, Disaster Artist, and it's basically when he first meets Tommy Wiseau and how they have this dream to like go to Hollywood and become famous and all. And when that doesn't exactly work out their way, they decide to make their own movie. And from then on, there's a bunch of comedy to be had, some really heartfelt stuff, and really inspiring. The film documents how like what they went through. Like what it does is like it cuts to like when they first met, like the night they first met. It cuts to a few months later when they decide. I mean, I'm not gonna get into spoilers, but it does it where it pops up the date and time and all, and I really kind of like when they do that. And let me just go on since I'm rambling a little bit. Let's go on to performances now, shall we? James Franco as Tommy Wiseau was phenomenal. One of the best. If he doesn't at least get nominated for Best Actor for like the Oscars and all, I'm gonna be flabbergasted because his performance is one of the best, if not the best performance I've seen in a film all year and in the past few years. Like he, when you watch the original movie and you see like interviews and all of how Tommy Wiseau acts, they are like identical. He does a terrific job, and hearing how he was able to do it, like how he would listen to how he would talk in car rides and all, and he would like he just did a terrific job impersonating the character. And like it's really like when he plays the character, like when it gets emotional, like this film actually does get quite emotional at times. You feel real bad, and you also want Tommy to succeed. And I mean, it was truly inspiring to see how he was able to do all this by like, and people kept downing him and all, and saying he wasn't gonna amount to anything, it wasn't gonna be good, but he was able to do it. He had his friend there with him. It was really touching. It also goes into how like movies are made, how stressful and how struggling it can be. It goes into some stereotypes about how people in the industry are, like producers being jerks, agencies taking advantage of people. It was really interesting how it delves into some of that stuff, and how people just go out there, the fears of going out there, not being that 1 in a million that makes it, being rejected and all. It really does a lot of that. It isn't just some goofy make fun of this guy, make fun of this movie. It really does the source material justice, and it was truly great. There was lots of cameos from famous actors in it, like Zac Efron's in this. Hannibal Buress, you probably don't know who that is, but he was recently in Spider-Man Homecoming, so he's another name that was in it. You got Josh Hutcherson in it. He was Peeta from the Hunger Games. You have a lot of big names in small roles, and that's actually not very bad. It just shows like it has more star power in it to make the movie more noticeable. Now, this movie isn't gonna make like a ton of money or anything, but it was truly a great film to watch. Like for example, Dave Franco. Like you usually see it from his perspective as well, not just Tommy, because he's like your center point. You're seeing it through his eyes, and Tommy's like he overshowers and becomes like a main character and all. But like I was really digging like their friendship. Like their friendship was really nice. It was really great. Really funny. Like I gotta admit, like a lot of the film was hilarious. Like I was laughing, like gut bursted laughing. I was laughing so hard in the theater. Sailor was laughing hard. It was, we loved the film. It was truly great. Now, you may think I'm overpraising this, and I'm not giving any criticisms, but to be honest, there isn't really that many criticisms. And, like, how it began, I knew what kind of film I was getting to. Like, all these, like, I don't want to say how the film starts, but from that point on, it just really, it hooks me in. There's no part that's bad, in my opinion. And especially when they're actually like, watching the work on screen, that's where it got really, like, you see them all laughing and all, but that's where it got the most emotional for me. Like, that really got me. Like, when me and Sailor would watch the film, we would never think of it from that perspective. We're like, oh. And it made us really, it's really makes us think of the room differently. So when I plan on rewatching the room, I'll see it completely differently than I did. And I didn't expect this film to do that. Like, my expectations were high and all, but it really got me. This was truly a terrific film. I loved it so much. I really hope James Franco gets that best actor. It was truly a well-made film, and it does the source material incredible justice, and I definitely would love to read that book. So those are my thoughts on The Disaster Artist. With all those reasons, that's why it's my favorite film this year. And of course, The Disaster Artist gets a 10 out of 10. So, I hope you guys enjoyed my review. I really wanted to see this film. I had to drive to a different theater because my theater didn't get it. So, that's my thoughts on the film. I went out of my way to go see it. I'm so glad I did. And please give this film a watch, okay? I mean, if it's a little out of your way, it's highly worth it. Please go see the film. You will not regret it, especially if you like The Room. And it'll give you a new perspective on what you think of The Room. Truly a great film. Go see it.